Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Blog. This is Allie. Today we're going to be talking about Royal Caribbean's new adult-only beach at its private island. I visited for the first time, but I'm not convinced that the cost was worth it. Let's get into it. I've cruised around the world, but one of my favorite ports of call is Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas. The cruise line's renowned Perfect Day at CocoCay is one of the most popular destinations in Royal Caribbean's portfolio. In January 2024, though, Royal Caribbean expanded its private island with a new adults-only section called Hideaway Beach. I spent the day at Royal Caribbean's new adults-only oasis on my recent cruise. We had a lot of fun, but I am not sure that the cost we paid was worthwhile, and here's why. To start, we paid a lot more for our day pass than others in our travel party because we booked later. My husband and I decided a few months ago that we wanted to join my family on this 4-night cruise. We'd be cruising with my parents, grandparents, aunt, and uncle for this sailing. The short itinerary was on board Utopia of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's newest cruise ship and latest Oasis-class ship. During the quick weekend getaway, one of our two ports of call included a stop at Perfect Day at CocoCay. Everyone else in our travel group had already booked Hideaway Beach a few months before we even decided to join the cruise. When I went to book our admission, the cost was a lot more than I was expecting. Although they only paid about $30 each for their passes to Hideaway Beach, we paid more than double that. We ended up paying about $173 for both of us to spend the day there, which is on the higher end at $86.50 each. We did have a $50 onboard credit though, and we did use that to bring down the price. This brought the cost down to $123 for us out of pocket, or $61.50 each. After stepping off the ship, we took the tram to Hideaway Beach for convenience, as this was our first time visiting and we didn't know where we were going. Once we arrived at Perfect Day, we followed signs to Hideaway Beach. We were traveling with my elderly grandparents, so we appreciated the quick access to this tram. In addition, we weren't exactly sure where to go as first-time visitors. We boarded the tram in a small waiting area before making our way to the entrance of Hideaway Beach. The drive was very short, probably under 2 minutes, and I would guess that it's around a 5 to 10 minute walk along a sandy path. To enter Hideaway Beach, you simply scan your SeaPass card. Reaching the adults-only area was a breeze between the signage, the tram service, and the quick entrance with your cruise card. We made our way to the heated pool first, and we grabbed a refreshing cocktail from the swim-up bar. After we entered Hideaway Beach, my grandparents took a break from walking to sit under the large shaded area. There were multiple places to rest, including a large wooden bench, along with padded couches, chairs, and tables. Those looking for shade would appreciate being able to overlook the pool, palm trees, ocean, and the swim-up bar from here. We headed straight for the swim-up bar, Hideaway Bar, and immediately appreciated the heated water. It was refreshing, but not too warm. I opted for a Bahama Mama cocktail first, utilizing one of my free daily Diamond Plus drink vouchers, while my husband ordered a pina colada. The DJ was already playing his party tunes, creating a very lively atmosphere in the pool. My husband and I liked the party music, but my parents and grandparents found the music to be a little loud for their liking and not their genre of music. Surrounding the pool, there were plenty of in-water loungers and a few daybeds to pick, which are first come, first serve. Supposedly, these are very hot commodities, and only the first few visitors to Hideaway Beach are able to score these coveted daybeds. For those wanting something a little more private, you can also rent 2 different kinds of cabanas here. The Hideaway cabanas are located near the pool, while the Hideout cabanas are more VIP and exclusive with their own private pool. There are 10 cabanas available for each section that accommodate up to 6 guests each. I didn't feel the need to spend more money than I already did, as these can cost anywhere from $899 to $2,700. The heated infinity pool was beautiful as it overlooked the pristine beach and ocean. We spent plenty of time taking in the views of the sea while enjoying the drinks from the swim-up bar and listening to the party music. Next, we relaxed at On the Rocks, which is an open-air bar offering a perfect retreat with stunning ocean views. Situated along the rocky shore of the island is Hideaway Beach's newest bar, On the Rocks. The vibrant bar featured live musicians playing beach tunes throughout the afternoon, which we enjoyed while relaxing in comfortable padded chairs. My grandparents especially appreciated the al-fresco bar, as they could see the ocean and listen to the live music comfortably. You could also play games here if you wanted, including pool and shuffleboard. On the Rocks was surprisingly quiet with few lines, allowing us to get very quick bar service. The coconut mojito here was perfectly mixed, and I loved it. Because we scored a table large enough for everyone to relax comfortably, this was our home base for the rest of the day. Considering the sand would be too difficult for my grandparents to navigate, this was a really great area for those with mobility issues. Hideaway Beach, though, has plenty of beach loungers and umbrellas available, even though many of them were actually unused during our visit. Most of the Hideaway Beach guests opted to spend their day in the heated pool rather than on the beach. The adults-only area features its own beach with a shallow lagoon, which looked relatively calm thanks to the cove shape. The beach runs along the entirety of Hideaway Beach, and it's easily one of the largest beaches at CocoCay. Because we visited in February, though, the ocean water was on the cold side. As Floridians, the ocean was too chilly for us to swim comfortably. However, that didn't stop others from floating, swimming, and relaxing in the ocean water. There are also many resort-style loungers and umbrellas along the shore of the beach, although many of them were unused. There were also in-water hammocks and swings on the far end of the beach, which we didn't get the opportunity to use. However, my mom used one of these hammocks last year and actually flipped over almost instantaneously, so I was hesitant to try it. Surrounding the beach were hundreds of loungers and umbrellas. I assume these are busier during the summer months when the ocean water is warmer and people are swimming. But during our visit, the umbrellas and beach chairs were largely unused by guests. There was no shortage of chairs, though, and I can't imagine anyone would need to fight for chairs here. Access to Hideaway Beach includes upgraded dining options as well, including ceviche and coconut shrimp. Food is already included when you visit Perfect Day at CocoCay, with a variety of eateries and snack shacks located around the island. They serve up hot, fresh, and fast meals. At Hideaway Beach, guests have access to all the standard dining options along with a selection of more exclusive new menu items. 2 restaurants are included in the admission to Hideaway Beach, including the Hideaway Hut and Slice of Paradise. One of the highlights of visiting Hideaway Beach is the access to coconut shrimp, fish sandwiches, ceviche, and pizza. Because there isn't pizza available elsewhere on the island, this is considered an exciting addition, even though you can get pizza on board for free pretty much all day. My husband said the coconut shrimp, though, was fantastic. He loved it so much, he said he had about 20 shrimps throughout the day. The pizza, though, was nothing special, and we thought Sorrento's on board was actually better. Slice of Paradise also serves empanadas, which we didn't get a chance to try. I personally don't eat seafood, so most of these upgraded food options were not appealing to me. I opted instead for the crispy chicken sandwich with a side of basil mayo and crispy french fries. Of course, I also had to get a side of mozzarella sticks, which is one of my favorite items at CocoCay. We also appreciated the convenience of the clean facilities and amenities that were offered at the beach too. In this way, I was impressed by the facilities and cleanliness of the bathrooms available. They were also easy to access from on the rocks along a paved path, and that was something we appreciated for my elderly grandparents. Ice water stations were also readily available near the Hideaway Hut, allowing you to stay hydrated throughout the day. Complimentary lockers to store your belongings are available for guests to use, which we didn't need to, and there's also outdoor freshwater showers to rinse off. And although I liked trying something new, I'm not sure Hideaway Beach was worth the cost for us. Having visited Perfect Day at CocoCay many times, I was eager to check out the new adults-only Hideaway Beach. My parents and sister had already experienced it, and they couldn't stop raving about their experiences. Since we don't have kids, it was refreshing change to have a child-free retreat, especially with so many families sailing on board Utopia of the Seas. The entire area feels more exclusive than the rest of the island. I normally spend my days at CocoCay lounging in the Oasis Lagoon and at the swim-up bar, which can get crowded pretty quickly. But there were more people in Hideaway Beach than I had anticipated, and even though it didn't feel too crowded or cramped, we found seating very easily without needing to worry about chair hogs, and that was a welcomed change for sure. However, I'm not convinced that Hideaway Beach is worth paying about $100 per person. My seafood-loving family members felt that they got their money's worth with just the coconut shrimp, but since I stuck to the standard food options, the value wasn't as obvious for me. Trying something new was fun though, especially when my family members were already planning to spend the day here. We didn't want to be the only ones who didn't visit Hideaway Beach, so we will treasure the memories with my family, if anything. In addition, my grandparents were able to maneuver the island easily with their walkers on the paved walkways, and that was something that was worthwhile. In the future, I'm not sure I would book a pass to Hideaway Beach. If the price was closer to maybe $30 per person, this could be worth it. However, I think there are plenty of complimentary amenities and places to spend the day at CocoCay to enjoy your day for free. All right, everybody, that is all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. Until next time, this has been Allie, and happy cruising.